A small-town boy's sacrifice for love will break your heart, pulling listeners into Eli's world with vivid imagery and heartfelt stakes. The dusty, crumbling town of Willow Creek, with its flickering diner sign, paints a picture of a rural American community clinging to life after economic hardship. Eli, a 17-year-old with calloused hands and a hopeful smile, stands on a hill, gazing at the fading town. The hook: Eli never believed in miracles, but he carried one in his pocket, a tattered photo of his mother, who taught him love was worth any price, instantly captures attention, blending mystery and emotion. It introduces Eli's driving force, his dream to become a doctor, born from the pain of losing his mother to illness at age 10. His selflessness shines through small acts, mowing lawns for elderly neighbors, tutoring kids for free, making him a relatable figure of kindness in a struggling world. The scene also introduces Sarah, his high school sweetheart, who dreams of college but hides her family's crushing medical debt due to her father's heart condition. This secret burden foreshadows conflict, hinting at the sacrifice to come. The emotional beat contrasts Eli's optimism with the town's despair, drawing listeners into his underdog story. By establishing Eli's character, the theme of selflessness, and the looming tension of Sarah's struggles, the scene creates a compelling, relatable entry point that resonates with universal values of hope and compassion, especially for American audiences familiar with small-town resilience. A small-town boy's sacrifice for love will break your heart, drawing listeners further into Eli's journey. Set in Eli's cramped living room and the high school library, the scene unfolds with Eli receiving life-changing news: acceptance into a prestigious pre-med program, his ticket out of fading Willow Creek. The moment is bittersweet. His father, worn from years of factory work, reveals they can't afford the tuition, even with scholarships. Eli's determination shines as he takes extra diner shifts and sells his beloved guitar, a relic of happier times with his mother. This resilience makes him relatable, embodying the universal struggle of chasing dreams against financial odds. The narrative takes an unexpected turn when Sarah, usually Eli's rock, grows distant, her smiles forced. In the library, Eli overhears her tearful confession to a friend: her father's heart condition has spiraled, and mounting medical debt threatens her family's home. Eli's heart aches, he wants to help but feels powerless, his own dreams slipping away. The scene closes with Eli finding his mother's old letter tucked in a book, urging him to choose love over everything. This discovery plants the seed of sacrifice, intensifying the emotional weight. The contrast between Eli's ambition and Sarah's hidden burden hooks listeners, evoking empathy for anyone torn between personal goals and loved ones' needs. By blending hope, hardship, and a pivotal realization, the scene builds suspense and reinforces the theme of selflessness, resonating deeply with audiences valuing loyalty and perseverance. A small-town boy's sacrifice for love will break your heart delivers a pivotal turn, intensifying the emotional stakes and setting up the story's heart-wrenching climax. Set against the vibrant backdrop of Willow Creek's annual fair, with its twinkling lights and lively music, the scene contrasts the town's fleeting joy with Eli and Sarah's inner turmoil. Eli, hoping to lift Sarah's spirits, brings her to the fair, but her forced smiles betray her pain. In a quiet moment by the Ferris wheel, Sarah breaks down, confessing the full weight of her family's crisis. Her father's upcoming heart surgery is covered, but the costly follow-up care isn't, threatening his recovery and their home. Eli's heart fractures, torn between his dreams and her despair. A profound realization hits when he recalls his mother's letter about choosing love, connecting it to Sarah's suffering. The narrative takes an unexpected twist as Eli learns of a local charity auction at the fair, meant to fund a community center. Wandering through the stalls, he spots his mother's heirloom necklace, a delicate silver chain with a sapphire pendant, among donated items. A jeweler reveals it's worth thousands, enough to cover Sarah's father's care. Eli's internal conflict surges. Selling it could save Sarah's family, but it means losing his last tangible link to his mother. The scene's emotional beat captures the universal agony of sacrifice, resonating with anyone who's faced a choice between personal loss and selfless love, pulling listeners deeper into Eli's dilemma. A small-town boy's sacrifice for love will break your heart is the emotional climax, delivering a transformative act of compassion that resonates deeply. Set in Willow Creek's town square during the charity auction, the scene pulses with anticipation under a starlit sky, the crowd buzzing with townsfolk. Eli, trembling with resolve, steps onto the creaky wooden stage, clutching his mother's sapphire necklace, its weight heavy with memory. In a heart-wrenching moment, he announces he's donating it, not for the community center, but to fund Sarah's father's medical care. The crowd hushes, stunned by his selflessness. As bids climb, a wealthy out-of-town bidder, moved by Eli's story whispered through the crowd, offers a staggering sum, enough to cover the surgery and follow-up care. Sarah, standing in the shadows, sobs, rushing to embrace Eli, overwhelmed by his sacrifice. The town, inspired by Eli's act, erupts in applause, and locals pledge additional donations, turning the auction into a wave of communal generosity. Eli feels a bittersweet peace, letting go of the necklace hurts, but his mother's love lives in his choice, not the object. This moment of profound compassion transforms not just Sarah's family but the spirit of Willow Creek, proving one act can ripple outward. The emotional beat hits hard, evoking tears and awe, as listeners connect with the universal power of selflessness. For American audiences, Eli's sacrifice echoes small-town values of community and heart, making this climax an unforgettable testament to humanity's capacity for love. A small-town boy's sacrifice for love will break your heart delivers a heartwarming resolution, leaving listeners inspired and hopeful. Set months later on the hill overlooking Willow Creek at sunrise, the scene opens with Eli and Sarah sitting side by side, the town below bathed in golden light. Sarah's father is recovering well, thanks to the funds from Eli's sacrifice at the auction. The town, once fading, feels alive with renewed spirit, as Eli's selfless act has sparked a wave of kindness. In a touching revelation, Eli shares that the community, moved by his sacrifice, created a scholarship fund in his name, giving him a chance to pursue his dream of becoming a doctor, though he's deferred college for a year to work and save. Sarah, her eyes bright with hope, vows to support him, their bond stronger than ever. As they watch the sunrise, Eli reflects on his mother's lesson: love wasn't just a feeling, it was a choice, and he'd make it again every time. The scene closes with the town bustling below, its people united, proving one act of compassion can change everything. The emotional beat uplifts, resonating with universal themes of selflessness and hope, especially for American audiences who cherish small-town resilience and community spirit. This conclusion inspires listeners to believe in the ripple effect of kindness, leaving them with a sense of possibility and faith in humanity's goodness, perfectly suited for the story's heartfelt, global appeal.